Okay, so recently I have acquired a lot of books. I'm talking about over the last few months. I'm not talking about like over the last 2 weeks, although probably still the last few weeks I've acquired more books than I should have. But if you love books, then you know exactly what I'm talking about, because when you see one on the shelf, you can't really just leave without it, can you? It's calling to you. You kind of have to get it. So here are some books that I have recently acquired in the last sort of month or so from Tesco, The Works, Waterstones, Aldi, etc. So yeah, I wanted to show you. So from Tesco, these are like exclusives, and although I already had, I believe it was Icebreaker and Daydream in the regular paperbacks, I saw the sprayed edges in Tesco and I thought, kind of gonna have them, haven't I? And I'm really glad that I did, because they're just so beautiful. This one, it's got like these icicles and it's just so beautiful, and then the sprayed edge is lovely. And then Daydream, I know I'm not doing these in like proper order right now. Again, it's just the way it's got like the stars and stuff. And then this one is giving me weirdly kind of autumnal vibes, even though it is a summer book. But yeah, so those are the ones I got from Tesco. So moving on to, we'll keep with the grocery stores. So I was in Aldi the other day and I was definitely not there to look for books. I was doing my grocery shop and I saw that these books were £1 each, which is just absolutely absurd. I mean, I'm really hoping that the authors are getting more than that, because these books are, I think they are reduced because they are like Halloween themed. But this has been on my list for so long on Kindle and I thought, why not get it? So this is Haunt Your Heart Out, and this is by Amber Roberts. I completely forgot the 3 books from Tesco's that I was just talking about. I don't know why I didn't even say the name. They're from Hannah Grace and it's Wildfire, Daydream and Icebreaker. So back to the books from Aldi. So Haunt Your Heart Out by Amber Roberts, and this is just the paperback, and yeah, it was £1. It was like reduced from like, I think they were reduced from like £3 something. I'm trying to avoid the ring light reflection. But yeah, so you can't go wrong for £1. I mean, again, I really just hope that it's not reflecting what the author's getting back from these books, because that would be ridiculous. I don't know much about that yet as an indie author, but yeah, I mean, it's an amazing price. It's an absolute steal for such good books, but yeah, I've never known a book be £1. It's insane. So yeah, there was that one, which is like a Halloween themed one, and then this one, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if this is something that I would want to read, but I read the blurb and it just caught me. It made me want to read it, and it's from just the cover, it's giving like extremely cozy vibes. I think it is kind of more fantasy with like a little bit of romance, but I just really like the way it looks. I think it looks really pretty, just generally very beautiful and very cozy, very autumnal, but it's also giving me kind of festive vibes as well. So again, that was £1, and it is called The House Witch and the Enchanting of the Hearth, or Hearth, I don't know how to say that word. Me and my fiance often talk about how I say it wrong, but I can't remember the way that I say it wrong. I'm not sure. That is by Emilie, Nikota, DELEMHACH. I'm gonna leave that to interpretation to people, because I don't want to say it wrong, even though I probably just have. But yeah, again, £1 from Aldi. Ridiculous, but it looks so amazing. Even the back just looks incredible. It's giving me just very like, I don't know, like fantasy game vibes. So yeah, those were the grocery books, not grocery books, grocery store books I bought. This next lot were from The Works. Again, you can't go wrong with the Works. Their prices are ridiculously cheap. Often why it's so dangerous to actually venture into The Works, because you come out with more than you can physically carry. I think I need to go to the gym like months before I go to the works, just so I can physically carry the books out. So I recently went into the works and I got a few books, but these aren't all just from the other day. These are books I've acquired over the last, say, like month or so. So I of course had to get these 3. So I've got ReWitched because it was coming up to October, and I went to the library, and the librarian, who has become my friend now, she's fabulous, she actually said, she was like, do you know who you remind me of? And I was like, who? She was like, the main character from ReWitched. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've heard amazing things about this book, and that is such a compliment. Like, yeah, yay. So yeah, I went into the works and I saw the Sprayed Edge edition, and I thought, well, I can't not, can I really? I am currently reading this. I did start reading it in October, but for me it's quite slow, the way that it starts. And I think just because I've recently read a lot of novellas, I'm struggling to kind of get through. But I do really like the premise of this so far, and I really, really love the main character. So yeah, I can't wait to finish reading this, and being compared to the main character, like who I am as a person, being compared to her, that's amazing compliment. So yeah, but yeah, so this was really cheap again. I would have paid full price for this in like Waterstones, but I just so happened to see it and it had got the Sprayed Edge, and I thought, yeah, I'm gonna get that. So another book that I got from the works is Gemme More's Untamed Heart. I am a massive fan of cowboy romances, and so when I saw this in the works, I just thought, yeah, why not? It's another Sprayed Edge, but I honestly think I would have got this even if it wasn't. Like, it's just right up my street. It's just, yeah, the kind of book that I'd read. I'm into Elsie Silver books with all the cowboy vibes and things like that. So yeah, I love a good book set on a ranch. So there you go. These are another 2 that I got, which are Sprayed Edges, and of course there was Be Right Back by Bill Wood. How can you not? I read Let's Split Up by Bill Wood a few months ago, and I actually did a makeup look that I put on for TikTok and Instagram and YouTube shorts, and Bill actually responded to it, and that made me really happy. He is what I believe a local author to me, and that just makes me so proud of where I've come from, and just so proud of him as well, because he's done such a good job. And yeah, I can't wait to read this book. I haven't actually read it yet, but I am really excited to. And again, I love the Sprayed Edge. It's giving me like autumn vibes, but then with the blood, and it kind of matches the first book, and yeah, I really like it. So yeah, I do think I got this from the works. Honestly, I'm kind of, it's all merging into one. I've bought that many books, it's just kind of, yeah, merged. So yeah, I do believe I did get this from the works because of the Sprayed Edge, because they're usually exclusive to the works. So yeah, I think it was this one. The other one again is a Sprayed Edge, and this is The Gingerbread Bakery by Laurie Gilmore. A bit different to Bill Wood's. And this one is Sprayed Edge with the little gingerbread men and bows and candy canes. It's just super cute, to be honest. It's just really sweet. I was hoping that they'd do a Christmas Tree Farm one. I don't think they have. I think they've got like special, like HarperCollins exclusive editions, like the hardbacks, but I haven't seen any in the works. So yeah, again, this was really cheap, and genuinely I just would have bought it anyway for full retail recommended price, and regardless of the Sprayed Edge. Laurie Gilmore, whatever she writes, I'm going to read. These 2 I bought on 2 separate occasions, and it's because I already had the first one. I've not read these in order. I've read the middle one, which is Spiral by Bal Khabra, because it was the only one that the works had in stock. But I then realised that it was part of a series, and that Collide is actually the first book in the series, if I'm correct. And this had the same type of Sprayed Edge, where it has the names of the 2 main characters on the side. And although it's probably not my favourite kind of Sprayed Edge, I do quite like it. It's unique to the books and it's not anywhere near similar to any of the other sprayed edges that I've got, so yeah. But again, I would have bought this book regardless of whether it was a sprayed edge and for full price again, because the series is quite well known. It seems really good, and from what I've read so far, I really like the author. I think that they've done an amazing job. So yeah, that is Collide. And then I also bought the newest one in the series, which is Revolve, and these are both by Bal Khabra. And again, Revolve does have a sprayed edge and it's a bit more prominent than the other one in terms of colour, a bit more bold, and yeah, it's got the characters on it again. I love a hockey romance as well, so can't go wrong with these. These two books I bought more recently from the works. I think it was literally the other day, and they speak for themselves. There is A Sky Full of Stars by Sue Moorcroft, and this is quite different to what I'd usually read. I am very open about the fact that I quite like spicy books. I like spicy romance. I'm not getting spicy vibes from this, I could be wrong, but it seems more like one of those sort of Hallmark kind of movies. And yeah, it's set in the Isle of Skye, and my dream and my fiance's dream is to move to Scotland at some point. So when I saw this, I was like, I just have to have it. I want to get into those vibes and the mind of someone who potentially lives there, and yeah, I love the idea of this. It's getting closer to Christmas, getting closer to winter now, and it's kind of that time where you just want to hibernate with a book and a nice drink, and this seemed like the perfect book. And I think it was £3. It was in like a deal where it was like either 3 for or 4 for a certain amount, and then or £3 separately, so I just decided to get it. The last book that I got from the works is not exactly a book. Well, it is a book obviously, but it's not a fictional book. This is a book about cocktails. Now, I don't know why I bought it, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if it was like an ADHD impulse thing, because I don't really drink alcohol that much. Like, it's a very rare occurrence. But this is Have Yourself a Merry Little Cocktail by Emma Stokes. And it's all about different cocktails that are festive and are Christmassy. And I thought, I like the idea of that, because I just had this little romantic moment where I romanticised my life in my head, and I thought Lewis and I can make cocktails and sip them whilst we watch a Christmas film. But then I thought, that's probably not going to happen. But I bought it anyway, and I put it on display in the kitchen. And I have looked through, I quite like some of the ideas. And maybe having it will inspire me to make like some mocktails as well. But I love the name of some of the cocktails. Spice and Slow, The Little Donkey, St Clement's 75, Let It Slow, Christmas Cake Manhattan, Peppermintini, love that. Not Your Granddad's Cup of Tea, I just love it. White Christmas Colada, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Collins. So yeah, I think that they're just really sweet and that's why I got it. So hopefully I do try some, and if any of them actually work out, I might actually do some short videos about them. So the next 4 books are, if I remember correctly, from the works, and 3 of them were very impulse buys. I was just in the works looking for some books for my oldest niece, because she's been reading this witch series and I couldn't remember what it was, so I was looking in the works. They didn't have it. I think she read it from the library. But yeah, I was looking around, couldn't find it, so I went in Waterstones, and yeah, the damage happened, because I did say to my mum, I'm going to have a look in Waterstones, but I'm not intending on buying anything, and I came out with 4 books. So the first one was Holiday Ever After by Hannah Grace. Again, I read like all 3 of the Hannah Grace series, the hockey series, this year, so really like Hannah Grace's writing, and this is a Christmas book, so I thought, why not? I like this author. This is a brand new book that is ready for festive season, and I thought, I'm gonna buy it, get ready for festive season, and yeah, just lovely book. Can't wait to read it during December. The second book that I bought is actually one I've been wanting for months. I remember I saw like a Pinterest post, and there was a blog that had got loads of cozy reads cozy recommendations, and this book was on it. So this is The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst, and I've been wanting this for so long. I like screenshotted all of the books that I wanted on that blog, and this was one of them, and it's the only one that Waterstones had in stock at the time that I went, and so I just bought it because I was like, I'm probably going to leave it for so long if I don't get it now. And yeah, it just looks so lovely, so cozy. It sounds right up my street, and I did plan to read it during October, but I didn't manage to. I'm not the kind of person who can read like a whole book in a day anymore. I used to be able to, but now I have so much to do that most of my reading is done at night. So yeah, I'm hoping to just pick this up whenever I fancy it, but I'm so glad it's on my bookshelf now. Then this book, I just think it's beautiful. This is Fall I Want by Lyra Parrish, and I've not actually seen these kind of ones in Waterstones. So this is a sprayed edge. I have had this book on my Kindle wish list for a while, and it's when I walked into Waterstones that I was like, oh, wow, I saw it sort of on the shelf just like this, and I didn't actually see the sprayed edges until I picked it up, and it's so beautiful. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get that. The one thing I will say about this book is, despite it being, I believe, published by HarperCollins, yeah. Oh, an imprint by HarperCollins. It is, if you look at this, the way it, like, I think the pages are thinner. I've not felt a book like this for a while. I actually thought that this might be a self-published author because of the quality of the book. I do like it, it's just, if you look at this, for instance, compared, I don't know why, I just noticed that instantly. I suppose I've touched so many books that I've noticed the texture. But yeah, so that's something that I noticed immediately. And I was having a conversation with the person at the checkout, and I was like, oh, I wonder why this book is printed so differently. But yeah, oh, I think it's Avon A, which is the imprint of HarperCollins. But yeah, I've started reading this. I'm quite a slow reader when it comes to certain books, and I tend to read more than one book at once. So I'm just about halfway through. I've been reading this paperback and also on my Kindle. So yeah, but I really love it. I love the look of the book, I love the context, I love the story, and reading it during October was really lovely. It just set me in that mood. I mean, who doesn't want to work in a cozy coffee shop? Like, yeah. But yeah, so really love this, and I'm so glad that it was just there in Waterstones. The last book that I got from Waterstones, I actually pre-ordered this online like months and months and months in advance, possibly even like longer than that, and this is Mate by Ali Hazelwood. I pre-ordered this when she announced that it could be up for pre-order, and I actually forgot that I pre-ordered it. So when Mate came out and this came through the post, I was like, ah, which I love because I essentially surprised myself. And it's funny because I bought this, it arrived, and then Illumicrate, they decided to do a reprint, like an exclusive, and I may have bought those as well. But yeah, I haven't actually read this yet. Again, I was planning on reading it during October, but it just didn't happen. But I'm happy to read this during any time of the year, because as far as I'm concerned, it's spooky Halloween season all year round for us. I mean, I've permanently got like a crow up here. Let me just show you. Like, I am queen of spook. So, but yeah, so that is Mate by Ali Hazelwood. The last book that I have acquired recently from like a few different shops, this is actually not from a shop. This was actually gifted to me by the author. She is a indie author who I've become friends with, and I met her on, I think it was TikTok, and I just think she's fab. I think she's so lovely. She lives quite close to me actually, which is really cool. And I read her first book, which was Cry Baby, and it wasn't the kind of thing that I'd usually read. It was kind of almost like thriller romance, but I love supporting indie authors, and she's just so lovely. So this is Bethany Gleghorn's new book, What They Brought Back. And this is, I believe, let me have a quick look. It's like, yeah, paranormal mystery. And I think it's got like a romance in it. Again, I haven't managed to actually read this yet, but I really can't wait to get into it. It is quite a small book. I mean, I don't know, it might be longer than I think actually. But yeah, it's so lovely. And she sent this to me personally. And then I got these with it. So these two bookmarks, which I love. Maisie is one of the main characters in What They Brought Back even. So yeah, and then this is, yeah, I just love it. And then she sent me Lavender Days, and I'm assuming, I mean I could be wrong, I'm assuming that this is like a business card from one of the characters in the book. If not, I'm probably just being stupid, but yeah, I think it is. And if so, that's super cool. And then she sent me this little bag with stickers in it, and I just love it. So we've got Let's Go Ghouls. I don't know if the camera's even focusing. And then we've got a little cat. It's like she knows me so well. The Lovers with little cats, like a tarot card, and then this lovely moon sticker. And I love stickers. I love like having a clear case on my Kindle and then like changing the stickers and the backs in it. I love it. But yeah, so What They Brought Back, that is the latest of Bethany's books, and it is also one of the last books that I have acquired recently. And I'm so proud to support Bethany. I'm really proud of her. She's a powerhouse, like releasing 2 books, and then she's just announced another one. Like, I don't know how she does it. But yeah, super proud. And if you are into your paranormal mysteries with a little bit of romance, then definitely check Bethany out. Us authors need the support, we need the help, and it's free to support us, so please do. So those are all of the books that I have acquired recently from like a few different shops. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you have any of these, if you've read any of these, or if you want any of these. I know that there have been quite a lot of books in this video. I will write them all down below in the information box, just so that you can pop them down on your recommendation list, on your wish list if you'd like. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you again next week.